Good day everyone. My name is Ilsan Dimogdukitom and I'm going to discuss about this. So M-commerce? What is M-commerce? M-commerce or mobile commerce was a term used during the 1917 of Global Mobile Commerce Forum by Kevin Dufay. Kevin Dufay described it as the delivery of electronic commerce capabilities directly into the consumer's hand through wireless technology. The use of mobile device for data to be transmitted and received much faster without compromising security and scalability. The global trend in using mobile device for socializing and doing commercial transactions is increasing. And also, ang kaning mga companies is now dependent sila sa mobile and they are using digital platforms to market their products and services. Industries that are now embracing M-commerce include they na sila upat, financial services, mobile ticketing, service retail, and information services. So sa financial services so financial services, banks have introduced online banking a few years back. However, nowadays majority of bank transactions such as money transfers, bills, payment, and even stock of portfolios and stock of transactions can now be done using bank mobile app. So kaning sa financial services which sa mobile is na sila to no nag more kuha na sila karon, majority na sila ron more on dependent sila sa mobile, and ang ginagamit nila nga mobile app pwede siya sa GCash, PayPal, and also kanang sa Land Bank mobile app. Muna siyang gamit kuan sa sa mobile kung financial services ang istoryaan. Number 2, mobile ticketing, as payments can be done online, the receipts of transactions can also be sent on their mobile device. Kaning sa mobile ticketing na may nakutang receipts of transactions. For example, ana niya kanang sa GCash, which is kung naa kay purchase sa GCash, naa siya receipt or na siya resibo na mulabas imong cellphone after nimo magbayad or magpa-load ka. And also, kung diri sa airline companies, kung mag-flight mo, mag-book na mo daan, and also pag kuha ninyo na murag hatagan mo og kanang receipt through online, murag picture niya sa mobile ticketing. Number 3, service or retail, as consumers are now able to place and pay for orders using their mobile device. The e-commerce trend has shifted from desktop computers to mobile device, and it does not just include retail items, it includes content purchasing such as music, movies, and images, and among others. Information services. This includes the delivery of news, stock quotes, sports figures, emergencies reports, and weather and traffic updates to a single mobile device. So kaning sa information, more on kanang sa news na siya no, kanang mga update unsay nahitabo gamit ang mobile. Kay kita karon more on kuan man tad karon kanang more on dependent naman dito sa mobile ng cellphone. Pwede ta makuha news through some social media, tapos ang kanang mga na emergency pwede ta magkandra more on sa news kan na siya sa mga balita lang ning number 4. Information control. With so much information around, how do you make sure they are safe from illegal activities? A large requirement for information control comes from commerce, industry, and copyright owners in general. Information control comes in the form of keeping secrets inside a business or selling an IPR, or also known as intellectual property rights, to those prepared to purchase it. Information control is about allowing to those who have appropriate authority access to and use of information on basis of authority that they hold. But why is there a need for control in the first place? So our recording earlier, the concept of information being non-rivalrous and non-exclusive has been discussed. An example of is movies being sold in different formats like DVDs, MP4, and etc. Software piracy. Let's say you wanted to watch the latest movie showing in the cinemas. However, you decided to save the money instead. So you bought the pirated DVD copy of the film in one places you passed by on your way home. Upon watching it, you notice the film was taken by a video camera inside the cinema, and you can hear your audience laughing and see shadow walking back and forth, which is obviously were not part of the film. So kaning software piracy, it's more like kanang copyright ni siya, kanang dili ni siya sa original na kuan, more on kanang kung untahay kana magtan-aw kag kanang salida naay kanang imong gipalitan is dili na siya kanang kuan, copy siya naay nagvideo ana didto, dili gikan sa cinema, ay dili gikan sa may main kuan gyud niya, murag gi-retake lang niya ang video, copy o kanang gi-copyright lang nila ang kanang sa video. Software piracy. So according to the Software Alliance, ang software piracy mo na siya unauthorized copying or distribution of copyright software, and it can be done through copying, downloading, sharing, selling, or installing multiple copies of software on the personal or work computers. So mo tutong giingon ganing no kanang nag-video day na sila nga wala sila nag-grant og permission sa ilang di ko nga nag-video sila, more on like nag-video sila nga wala sila access. And then there are examples of software piracy as identified by the Software Alliance. First niya is distributing software or mobile apps from internet in manner that violates license terms. For example niya ana is pwede man siya sa YouTube man siguro na sir, kanang magkuhan og tapos kanang sa software piracy is magkuha sila video dili na kanang dili gid nindot ang quality ana, pangit yun ang quality, blurred. Ang isa pod nila is buying a single copy of software program, installing it on a multiple device without authorization, kanang tawagan na murag clone siya, palit kag isa ka copy tapos murag imo siyang i-spread through multiple devices. Making or sharing copies of installation CD, sharing the login credentials without authorization, used to access a web-based software application, software as a services. So kana siya, this typical scenario boils down to the fact that information is difficult to control while measures are in place such as DVD region codes and such. Adam Thier in 2012 identified 4 issues which further complicate the problem of information control. Sa information control na upat: convergence, scale, volume, and individual empowerment. Sa convergence tayo. So convergence is a technology in social media allow content like music, videos, and movies to be accessed across multiple devices and platforms instead of traditional formats like CDs or DVDs. Ang kaning sang convergence is untahay na nag-create ng music, ang isa ka kanang author ana is ni nakabutang dira multiple devices and platforms. Ang mga platforms niya, for example like YouTube, Spotify, sa pa basta ka nang relate siya sa kuan, pwede siya sa TikTok and etc. And kani siyang sa convergence is pwede ni siya mag-raise og issue through like sa copyright violations ng ilang kuan without kanang dili sila mo credits. Number 2, scale. So scale is the internet enable fast and global sharing of content. For examples, subtitles for foreign shows are now available within hours due to online collaboration and tools translation software. Sa kaning scale is word scale is murag timbang, like timbang siya. Ang mga kuanan niya is ang masikat man karon is like sa anime. Isa man ang mga anime Korean drama sa mga murag sikat karon kanang kung ginatakuan pa murag meta sila, meta. Muna ginagkuan ron before sila magkuan og movies is nagakuan sila through sa scale, and then mag-improve ang kuanan nila, pwede sila ma-improve ang ilang access and also increases their concern about copyright and makes it harder for the governments to regulate information. Number 3, volume kanang atong kuan niya kanang tingog. There is a massive increase in the amount of media content today. News and broadcasting companies are now distribute the same content through print, TV, radio, and online platforms. This high volume of information makes regulation and control more difficult. And lastly, individual empowerment. Social media platforms allow individuals to create and share content freely. Kunong sa individual empowerment is mura ni sila katong mga tao nga individual kanang matag tao is na sila sarili nilang ideas, pwede sila mag-post, mahimong vlogger, mahimong content creator based on their ideas, magkuan sila content, and murag kanila kanang freedom nila to express sa ilahang mga ideas. And also naapo ni siya disadvantage kay ang media platform social media platform is maglisod sila og monitor kay tungod daghan pud ang mga tao na kanang daghan na og mga tao na kuan pud silang mga ideas, dili nimo sila makuan kung unsay lahang idea, whether it could be kanang naay matun-an or naapoy kanang makabiolate sa ilang norms. Sample niya kanang mga malaswa nga video. Pero ang advantage po niya is moalaw ang individual na mag-create sila or ma-encourage silang creativity o ilang expressions. Intellectual property or IP. So intellectual property refers to a number of distinct type of intangible assets. So ang intangible assets is ang intangible assets is like dili siya magunitan pero murag makita siya. Rights are recognized. So IP includes musical, literary, and artistic works such as kang Taylor Swift nga new album, J.K. Rowling news book, and the latest iPhone. However, ang IP is dili siya limited ani na mga butang. It also include words, phrases, symbols, and even designs. Like pareha aning sa kaning design diri kani siya nga design. Kaning every design na gyud na siya uniqueness ug ilaha gyud ang mga idea. Suppose sa Google na ay kanang kuana na lahi-lahi ni sila creator ang kada logo ani lahi-lahi og murag nagka-idea ug ilaha gyud ang idea, ilaha ang kuan, ilahang mga creativity nila. So ang IP or intellectual property is any creation or product of the human mind. O nana diri any creation anang ilahang mga idea na nila, product of human mind that may be expressed in the form of original ideas, expressions, and processes. Ang intellectual property rights are the rights given to a person over their creations. They usually give the creator an exclusive right over the use of his or her creation for a certain period of time. According to Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines, Republic Act number 8293 in 1998, IPR consists of the following. Number 1 is copyright and related rights. So, kani sila no, nara na sila dira sa kuan, unahan ng mga definition ani. Copyright and related rights. Number 2, trademarks and services marks. Number 3, geographic indications. Number 4, industrial designs. 5, patents. 6, layout designs. 7, protection of undisclosed information. So, ang Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines or IP in the Philippines is the government agency in charge of the implementation of the law protecting intellectual property rights in the Philippines as provided for under Republic Act 8293 or the Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines and the revised Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines, also known as RA 10372. So kani ang copyright and related rights. Copyright is legal protection that gives creators exclusive rights to copy, distribute, and adapt their original works. Ang sa copyrights na siya legal protection sa mga creators, i-distribute nila, yan ang i-adapt o ang ilang i-adapt ang kanang original works. Examples, mga edit or tayo na music na kanang edit ng music, sila express nila mga ideas gamit ato na music. And also it applies literary, artistic, and scientific creations such as book, music, films, and even computer programs. These rights can also be transferred or licensed to others. In the Philippines, copyrighted works are recorded in institutions like National Library. So, digital rights or DRM. So, digital rights or DRM refer to the proper and legal use of digital content creators. So, through device in internet, ensuring the creators are protected in the digital environment. So there is a digital rights is proper and legal ang ilang paggamit sa digital content, use of digital content sa devices nila o sa ilang internet. So ang para ang ilahang ang mga creators is ensure nga protected sila sa ilang digital environment. Dili naman punta sa digital rights. Ang digital rights is a system used to control how digital content is accessed, used, and preventing unauthorized copying, sharing, or editing. Sa digital rights management is system, while ang digital rights is proper and legal use of digital content. Ang digital rights management system to control how digital content accessed and used. so they can prevent unauthorized copying, sharing, or editing. Una siya sa digital rights. That's all. Thank you. That's all. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. I will be discussing information, intellectual property and privacy. Intellectual properties rights refers to intangible assets, creation of the mind for which the law grants exclusive rights to the owners. The textbook highlights three main categories. Patents. These are exclusive rights granted to an inventor for a limited time in exchange for public disclosure. It prevents others from making or selling invention, design, example, the design of an Apple iPad. Sa trademarks, distinctive designs, logos or names used to identify specific products or services in the Philippines. This includes regional identifiers like Pampanga-based logo. Undisclosed information, this refers to the confidential formulas or processes that give a business a competitive edge. Famous examples pareha ng Coca-Cola formula and the KFC recipe. Companies protect this using non-disclosure agreements. Summary of IPR protection, type, copyright, term of protection, life of author, plus 50 years. Sa iyang key penalty for infringement, fine up to 1.5 million or 6 to 9 years in prison. Sa patent, 20 years term of protection. Sa key penalty for infringement, fine up to 300k and or up to 3 years prison. Trademark, 10 years renewable iyang term of protection and fine up to 200k and or 2 or 5 years in prison. Information privacy and data rights. Privacy is the struggle to control how personal data collected, stored, and shared. In the digital age, data is free-flowing which creates significant risk. Key concept in digital privacy: cookies, small files stored on a computer to save user preferences and login credential. While they save time, they can be dangerous on public computers where the next user might gain unauthorized access to your accounts. Data harvesting, that takes warns about quizzes on social media. Example, who is your soulmate? By participating, users often unknowingly grant developers access to their entire profile, including friend list, photos, and education history. Phishing, a method used by malicious actors to acquire sensitive information like password or credit card detailed by masquerading as a trustworthy entity. Data Privacy Act of 2012, Republic Act 10173 to protect its citizens in a booming IT industry. The Philippines enacted the Privacy Act. Sensitive personal information. The law defines sensitive information as a race, ethnic origin, marital status, age, and religious political affiliation, health education, genetic, or sexual life. Government issues ID. Security incident versus personal breach. Security incident, an event that tends to affect data protection or compromises availability, integrity. Personal data breach, a subset of a security incident that actually leads to the accidental or unlawful destruction, loss, or unauthorized disclosure of personal data. Key study, the 2016 COMELEC, the textbook cites the Commission on Election hack of March 2016 as a major warning. The breach 340 gigabytes of data were leaked, including fingerprints and passport numbers of 15.8 million voters. The consequence, it is considered one of the biggest government-related breaches in history. Under the DPE, negligence leading to such a breach is punishable by imprisonment and heavy fines up to 4 million. And government official involved can be disqualified from public office. Key takeaway of organization, information resources, unlike physical resources, information is expandable, compressible, and shareable. Zero marginal cost. Once information is produced, it costs almost nothing to reproduce it. Responsibility. Organization must invest robust security measure because data protection is not technical task. It is a legal requirement under the National Privacy Commission (NPC).